Watching the praise roll in for Drew Brees on the occasion of his retirement from the NFL, I've been thinking back on someone I've come to know quite well over the years, someone who will go down not just as one of the great quarterbacks of all time but as one of the great people. And I've also been thinking about how his career might not have happened the way it did if not for a phone call I made roughly 20 years ago. I first became familiar with Drew when he led Westlake High School to the Texas State Championship in 1996, beating Abilene Cooper, which was then coached by Randy Allen, who currently helms the program at Highland Park by the score of 55-15. Though he finished with a record of 2-8-0-1 as a starter, he was basically ignored by major college programs. The best he got from Texas, where his uncle played, was a walk-on offer. Of course, today, we know Drew is a lifelong overachiever who excels at everything he does, whether in football, business, or whatever else he wants to do. He landed a scholarship from Purdue, and being snubbed because of his height, which officially is 6 foot -3/8, merely provided him with one of his first chances to show the world what he's made of. I personally got a close look at what Brees could do via my role with the Playboy All-American Preseason Team, which I picked, along with Gary Cole, from 1962 to 2011. Incidentally, our track record selecting notable college players was pretty good. 52 of the players that we picked are currently in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and 32 became Heisman Trophy-winners. Drew was our choice at quarterback ahead of his junior year, in 1999. In 2000, we couldn't decide whether to go with Brees again or Michael Vick, so we included them both, slotting Vick as the QB and Brees as a scholar athlete. What we used to do was, we'd have our honored players come to an Arizona resort for a long weekend in the spring. The players loved the chance to golf and fish, and we also had pro day type events where they'd test their skills, encompassing both combined type events, minus the 40-yard dash, and things like a quick draw contest and a mechanical bull riding contest. We usually didn't have multiple quarterbacks, but with Brees and Vick there in 2000, we had them throw passes to receivers and at targets. Here's how I remember the results of the targeted event. Brees put the ball through the hole 23 of 25 times, while Vick hit the target on 10 of 25 tries. And, for what it's worth, I have to note that Brees hit this mark while also drinking beer, while the 20-year-old Vick was sticking to soda. Fast forward to the 2001 NFL Draft, when the San Diego Chargers held the first overall pick. I called my good friend John Butler, the Chargers general manager, who sadly passed away in 2003, and asked him what he was going to do with the selection. He said, "We're going to take Vick."